What's up, Raider Nation? It's your boy G_Money Raiders, aka Dealin, coming to you with another edition of My Take. In this video, I'm going to give you my thoughts, my take on all the wheeling and dealing the Raiders were doing during this bye week. Then give you my take of the upcoming game of the Raiders and Colts. So let's just go on and get to the video. But I also want to say sorry it took so long on doing the video. I was just gathering all of this information of all this stuff that was been going on. And I wanted to kind of like do a video where I got all the information that I needed from hearing, seeing, and reading articles and, you know, all these things of what's going on with the team. With the team putting Lynch on IR, trading Amari Cooper, Martavius Bryant, you know, possibly getting suspended still over his situation. So let's just get on into the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my page, my channel. I mean, you know, let me know how y'all think and feel and comment in the comment section. So let's get going, man. So we all know that Marshawn Lynch is out for up until December. The Raiders put him on IR with a groin injury. So we have that situation going on with him. So that's a devastating blow to our running game. But we're going to, you know, need certain things to other guys that come up and take his spot and do what he needs to do. KO situation, I forgot to mention that. That's still up in the air, you know, of what his availability is as far as being back on the line, because it's, you know, KO helped Colton Miller out big time, and it showed even more in that Seattle game of how much KO is needed in that offensive line. So that right there is big between Marshawn and KO. And then now with Cooper being traded, you know, I want to see how, you know, what kind of offense Gruden is going to come with now. Now that you don't have a bye week, now, you know, you've had you're 1-5. So you've had 6 games to basically look at your team, see what your team needs on offense, see what your team needs to do on defense to get things a little bit better. So with Cooper being traded, now it's kind of like a good thing, bad thing situation, because simple fact is, you know, the Raiders, to me, are cash strapped big time. They're not going to be able to pay Cooper that type of money. They've already paid their money to the quarterback and to the coach, period. Those two are already paid. So you paid $125 million to the quarterback and $100 million to the coach. And you're building this, you know, $700, $800, $900, $1 billion stadium out in Vegas, plus a practice facility out there just as well, because you know they're not going to travel back and forth to California to practice and then come to Vegas. You know they're not going to do that, because that's a whole nother expense. So, you know, everything is predicated on us as fans in the end when they do make the move to Vegas, because, you know, for me, being a Raider fan since the 80s, this is my first time I'm going to ever see the Raiders have their own stadium, ever. And when it opens, and if I'm still here alive to see it, I want to be able to see it. You know, we've shared the stadium, shared, you know, Los Angeles. When it first came to existence was, you know, in there where keys are with the 49ers. So, I mean, this is going to be phenomenal to see them having their own personal stadium and not have to worry about no baseball fields, no nothing. I mean, this is going to be great. But like I said, this is all expensive. It's costing a lot of money in order to get this going. So what the Raiders are doing, to me, is giving up a lot of stuff. I mean, you know, case in point, when you see us playing in London and in Mexico, you know, you got to pay Oakland for the lease. So if you're paying Oakland, you're building a stadium, you're building a facility, you're paying coaches. Don't forget, you're still paying Jack Del Rio. I mean, that's a lot of money. So how are they going to be able to pay all these people and then also want to extend Cooper's contract, extend Mac's contract, you know, to keep those guys here. You see, you wouldn't be able to do it. It's just, now looking back on it now, they just wouldn't be able to do it. It's going to take them at least a year or two to be in Vegas in order to generate revenue, in order to be able to look like, okay, now we can see some stuff going on where the team is going to be able to bring free agents in. Because remember, once they get in Vegas and have that stadium, they'll be able to woo people with the stadium. They'll be able to woo people with the practice facility, and they'll be able to woo people with the taxes. So they'll be paying less taxes in Cali. Now, don't get me wrong. I was born in Oakland, born and raised in Oakland, and I will always be diehard Oakland Raider. The fact of the matter of it is we just know, I've come to the realization that the team is just moving, period. And I don't have a say-so in it, but just keep being a fan. So, and like I said, we're going to see how things go. I just personally think, you know, back to my point on the Cooper trade, it's two things. I just don't think the Raiders could pay Cooper, and I don't think Cooper really wanted to be here anymore. Because the fact of the matter of it is when Cooper was doing his route running and running his routes, a lot of times Carr wasn't even, you know, like even trying to get to Cooper, get the ball to Cooper, when there were times that he could get the ball to Cooper. Now, I understand there were a few times also that Cooper may have ran the wrong route. They were on different pages, you know, this, that, and the other. And I didn't like the fact that the team put out that Cooper has stamina issues and this and that and the other and all of that, you know. I didn't like that part right there, because it's like, if you're just out running, and you're not really getting the ball thrown to you, and then you want to say that a player has stamina issues. Well, I remember when he came out, he did great, 1,000 yards. Second year, 1,000 yards, but wasn't as great as his first year, but he had more drop passes. And then last year, that was a bad case of, you know, Todd Downing. I mean, not being more innovative and getting Cooper and incorporating Cooper into the passing game. So, Coop now is a Dallas Cowboy. I wish him well. You know, it's just the nature of the business. So like I said, you know, when it comes down to it, the Raiders' biggest issue, you know, is the money. So once everything gets solidified as far as them having their stadium built, having everything built, them finish paying off, you know, other things, you know, we'll see how things will be able to build from there. Because to me, I think what they're doing is, what John and Reggie McKenzie, what they're doing is they're trying to build a new team, but going really, really and strictly through the draft without really bringing in too many free agents. And what I'm saying is what they're going to be doing is drafting, keep the money low so you'll have cap space. Get to Vegas, the cap will be, by that time, you know, maybe more, 2 times as more what it is right now, you know. And then you'll be able to hopefully pay those, because you got all these first round picks. Now, my only issue with having all these first round picks, what if they all pan out? And if they all pan out, now you got to turn around and pay 3 first round picks big money. If they all pan out, you know. So what I'm hoping what happens is the Raiders turn around and use one of those picks, first round picks, and pick up a player from somebody, you know, and that way, that, you know, it's not an older person, it's, you know, still a relatively young person, and you're using a pick to get the person. And then you use 2 of those draft picks to do, you know, 1 on defense and 1 on offense. Because getting rid of Cooper, now it puts you in position to where you have to go young in receivers again. You got to go find you a decent receiver, a guy that's going to go out and go get the ball for you, you know. And that's my take on it. But I kind of look at it as, with this being John Gruden's going to go offensive line and maybe maybe finding a pass rusher as well. You know, because with KO being hurt and, you know, right tackle being an issue right now until Penn gets back, you got a lot going on right now. So that's my little issue and my take on the situation of the state of the Raiders on the whole wheelin' and dealing. And that's the reason why I feel like that. So on to the preview of the game. So this is going to be a weird game to me because now that you have these issues with Cooper gone, Penn out, KO gone, Cooper traded. Lynch is out. You know, now we're going to have to need other guys to come in and do their thing. Now, I understand they brought up the linebacker because they let go of Derek Johnson. There's a linebacker that came up. I can't think of his name. His name escapes me right now. It starts Calabona or something like that. He's going to be coming up. Then you got Aitman coming up now since Cooper is gone. So we're going to need all Doug Martin, DeAndre Washington, and Jalen Richard to come in and step up and get this running game solidified. Hell, we need to get the line solidified. So hopefully Feliciano, if just in case KO can't go, he'll be ready to go, you know, because I know he had a rib situation. So the team is just hurting in these first 6 games. The Colts is no joke. You know, Andrew Luck, you know, looked pretty decent in their last game. They won pretty big. So I just got to see. What I want to see is just more out of our offense. You know, I want them to run the ball in the game, but I want to see them execute a lot better. Because looking back on some of them games, since I've had time now to look back on the games, is kind of what took me so long to do the video, because I was going back and looking at the first 6 games of the season. And man, some of the big issues, like I said, was execution, period. You know, O-linemen not doing what they're supposed to, linebackers not doing what they're supposed to, being out of place, taking wrong angles, bad tackling. I mean, bad tackling is happening in the league already to me, because it's just not us. There's other teams that are doing bad tackling as well. So you have those two issues coming in. So I just want to see them. I want to say run the ball, but it looks like this is a type of game where you don't know how the team is going to defend them since Cooper is not there and Marshawn is not there. So it looks like it's going to be another Cook game, because I don't really see too many linebackers on the Colts defense going to be able to handle Cook. You need to, hopefully Jordy Nelson will also get into the mix a little bit more. Because you got to remember, you know, everybody wants speed. That's what Martavia's for. But, you know, Martavia's got to be able to get in here and make himself available and get, you know, hold on to the ball as well in those situations. So hopefully this will be a Cook day and Jordy Nelson will have a good day as well. And maybe, hopefully, we can, you know, kind of confuse the Colts defense a little bit with certain formations and things that we might be doing in this upcoming game. So that's my little take on the offense. Defense, like I said, Derek Johnson is now gone. You brought a guy up. Hopefully, you know, I just read a report this morning that because everybody's been talking about Garyon Conley. Well, Paul Gunther said, you know, you're going to be seeing Garyon Conley more down the stretch. You know, I personally think with Worley coming back, Worley has made a little bit of difference, but he's been getting beat as well. So, but I just personally feel like, to me, you need to put, I understand that they're trying to get their best cornerbacks who can do bump and run, basically. That's the key to Paul Guenther's defense is, they need press cover corners who can get up, press, and stay on their man, as the receivers, go out in their routes. Worley is really good at that. I got to give him props on that. Our two big issues is Rashad Melvin and Garyon Conley. Melvin is not too happy about what's going on with his play, being benched. And then, Garyon Conley, as they say, I still personally feel like, this is his first year. He played 2 games last year. I get it, but 2 games isn't playing the season. So you can kind of get a feel of what people will do and what people will do to you, so you can work on your weaknesses, when you're out there playing. And so right now, communication-wise, Garyon is, really learning another system. That's just the point that I want to say. I understand people are like, you need to get him out there regardless, because he's got to learn. You learn to fly. But then when Garyon gives up a big play, then what? We're going to be talking about that. Or he misses a tackle. We're going to be talking about that. Now, like I said in one of my videos before, I'm not comparing Garyon to Charles Woodson, but the fact of the matter of it is if you're going to get Garyon out there and having him play for the rest of the season, we don't really know what was going on with Garyon. Because to me, Garyon, where was his mind at? Look at Rashad Melvin. Look at how the way he's feeling being benched. Garyon is not coming out speaking like that, like the way Rashad Melvin is. So we don't know how the way these guys are. So hopefully the defense will be solidified and taken care of on this game to be able to, take on Andrew Luck and the Colts. I'm just hoping that our trio on the defense, Hall, Key, and Hurst, I like that. Hall, Key, and Hurst. Sounds like a good law firm. But I want to, hopefully we'll see some, pressure get put on them, because Hurst is really coming around. He's really coming into himself. And PJ, I know he just got back from that. He had a pretty decent ankle injury that, so he's probably doing a lot better and be able to get more push as he's coming around. And, we're going to need guys from other areas in this game. This game is kind of hard to me to really give a preview, because the Raiders don't have all their horses. So it's kind of like hard to, give you and say, I want to see this, I want to see this, considering everything that has taken place and everything that has happened. So I just want to say thank you guys so much again. I'm still going up on my subscribers. I want to thank you. I want to appreciate you, give you my thumbs up on, you guys helping me out. I'm going to keep giving you my videos each week. Like I said, I'll be here on Sunday after the game, once we, win, lose, or draw on that Raiders Colts game. Give you my take on that game in itself. Let's hopefully the team has now come back and gotten things together, solidified certain things, and we'll be back to, on the ball with everything. So it's your boy G_Money Raiders, aka Dealin, signing off. Want to thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button, so when the video comes up, you know it. All right, peace out, Raider Nation.